Hi, everyone. I'm Matt Ricker.
And I'm Catherine White, Executive Director of the New Rochelle Chamber of Commerce.
And we're here with the brand new podcast, Chamber Chat. All right, so joining us now is Jonathan Boston, the founder of RexBespoke Clothing here in New Rochelle. Jonathan, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having me. Much appreciated, guys.
Excellent.
So my first question for you is just tell us a little bit about RexBespoke. We were talking off air that you're actually participating in the holiday market.
Yeah.
So it's a great way for people to come see you. But for those that don't know or that can't get to the holiday market, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, really excited about the holiday market and people's opportunity to learn more about our experience. So what we are is a custom clothier. We specialize mostly in men's and women's suiting. We're mostly a design studio. So you stop by, you choose your fabrics, your buttons, your linings. We take your measurements, and we create a garment that makes sense for you.
Right. We went down there with my son for his wedding.
Yes.
And I was amazed at how many choices there were. You know, even just a white shirt there was hundreds of white clothing, and then pick the buttons, and then pick the thread.
All shirts
it was
are not created equal, so you learn as you kind of get enveloped in the process. Yeah.
And where are you located?
We are in the K Building.
Yes.
271
Perfect.
North Avenue, Unit 119, right here in good old New Rochelle.
In the heart of downtown.
The heart of downtown with the big K on the building. That's us.
Absolutely.
So what's one thing that attracted you to New Rochelle and wanted and what was one thing that why you wanted to open up your business here?
Yeah, the growth of the city. It is still a developing city, which is really exciting and growing really, really fast.
Yes.
We've been here for 2 years. I've been doing business for 7, and in the last 2 years, I've seen so much growth and development in New Rochelle. There's been a mayoral transition, and outside of that, I've seen just growth and development in the downtown district, which is really exciting considering that's where I am. So not only do I work here, but I live here.
Excellent.
And so I see a whole lot of that movement and motion, and gets me excited about my business. So that's why we're here.
We love to see that.
Yeah, me too.
And how's everything at the holiday market? You getting
so
a lot
far.
of activity?
Yeah, good so far. I'm always excited to introduce people to what we do. I think folks who or gentlemen who wear suits don't necessarily know what our experience looks like, right?
Right.
Just like Catherine, who I'm sure has in the past either purchased a suit for one of her sons or walked into a department store to, fit her sons for an event. And the experience is different when you walk into
100%. In
clothing.
fact, that's where we met at the holiday market 2 years ago. I had kind of been tracking, I've been tracking the business
Been a
on
couple
Instagram
days.
because I just really liked, some of the suits are, they're all gorgeous, but some of them, the buffalo check, the red and black, we had always joked that my son, who wound up getting a suit from you, would wear flannel. So then I was like, look, this is kind of like a flannel suit. So I've been tracking you since then, met you at the holiday market, and then you explained to me, and then you joined the Chamber of Commerce.
Yes.
And then I was like, my son's getting married. And, the thing is, a lot of people, he works out. So he's got, they do leg day. They've got big legs. He's got a big neck. But, his waist doesn't match the size of what, traditionally you'd say somebody with that large of a neck should have this large of a waist, and he doesn't.
Yeah.
And things just don't fit him off the rack.
Yeah, it's the folks who, so when you buy a suit off the rack, you buy a 42 regular or a 40 regular, and they assume what your waist is, right?
Right.
Based on the average guy who would wear a 40 regular chest, your waist is X, right? And what happens is either your suit doesn't fit amazing, or you've got to spend another $100 at the tailor getting it right. The ideal situation is I'm a one-stop shop, right? You come over, we take your specific measurements, it fits the way you want it to, and outside of that, you designed it entirely yourself.
Right. Yeah, there were way too many choices. Again, we were just saying that.
Sorry,
even
it gets overwhelming
the suit
sometimes.
material, then you pick the lining material, then you have the shirt,
The
and
cufflinks.
There's a lot.
there's a lot of I've even learned the way you're cuffed. Do you want the French cuff? Do you want the buttons? There's so many on it. There's a lot. The monograms that go on it. So it really is something. But who would your ideal client be? I've seen some younger people on your Instagram. I've seen older. Who's your typical client, I guess?
Yes. Is much.
Yes.
All of it. So I do everything from weddings to business people and everything in between. Some folks are just going to an event. This time of year, we're doing a lot of galas, New Year's events, end of year things for people's
weddings.
things like that. So those are my clients are any guy in a suit for the most part that really wants to look his best. That's generally who I work with. Now, again, I get some guys who are similar to Clayton, who's like, listen, too many options, buddy. I want it black. Give me a little bit of that. We're done. You know what I mean? And then I got guys who really want to get detailed and get in the process, right? Like, really? You can do that? Can we try this? Let's talk about this type of pocket. Let's talk about this type of lapel. Let's talk about this type of button. And guys really want to get into the process. So anywhere from guys who are, again, want a simplified process to guys who really want to get engaged and get detailed.
So now, if someone's just starting out, so again, my daughter's boyfriend looking for a new suit, you know, how costly is it? I mean, I know Clayton had a 3-piece suit and he did a bunch of extra things, but can you kind of give us
some extras?
Yeah, so can you kind of give people the range if you wanted just a 2-piece suit that you could use for work and interviews?
Absolutely. So my suits range from $695 up to about what Clayton paid. No, joking.
Right.
From $695, it ranges. I had a client who wanted like Swarovski crystals on his jacket, and so obviously that was a little more expensive. But that's about the range, about $700 to $900.
But really, if you get a decent suit at you know, Men's Warehouse or wherever, by the time you're done, you're still like $400 or $500.
You walk into Macy's, you pay $495 for a suit, right? Let's say, like you may pay $400 or $500, right? One, you had to go to Macy's to get it, right? They didn't deliver it to you, right? That's number one. Number two, you probably had to alter that guy, right?
Right.
It wasn't perfect, so you had to spend another $100, which means you had to go to a tailor. And again, not only is it inconvenient, but it's a 2-step process.
Right.
If you come to me, it's kind of one and done.
That's
right?
great.
And so that's the value in what we do and why we price it the way we do.
And then what's the turnaround when someone like comes in? Like how, like if I'm booking something, how long do you have to go out to, you know, make sure you have it in time?
4 to 6 weeks is what we suggest. I can do things faster. I like more time with weddings just because I'm generally dealing with a few more opinions. As much as I love brides to be, sometimes they want to ensure that they have a big impact on how their party looks. That being said, sometimes that takes a little more time, and if that's the case, I like 8 to 10 weeks. But 4 to 6 weeks for a business guy, I was like, hey, I just want a really nice suit.
And then again, Jonathan will be at the Holiday Market through December 22nd. The hours during the week are 4 to 8 p.m. And then weekends, we are noon till 8 p.m. And always there's free ice skating every day at the ice skating rink, skates included. There'll be food trucks there, at least one a day during the week, and then there may be more on the weekends. And then we're going to have performers as well in the afternoon. So it's really a lot of fun down at the market. Jonathan is there. Some of our other guests are coming up. We'll also be there at the market.
All the other vendors are awesome. I don't want to Humble Bumble is amazing.
Right.
So there's a bookstore there. Modern Blessings is my neighbor in booth 25. She sells like incense and like really sweet smelling stuff that I'm winning from because I'm right next door. I get all the beautiful smells. So they're great vendors down there. You guys should definitely check out the Holiday Market.
Yeah, and then some of the vendors are changing. So if you're at the Holiday Market this week, if you come back in another week and a half, there might be some different vendors. So at the Holiday Market, though, you're not actually selling suits. What are we selling in the booth? Because that was what I purchased from you the very first time we met. What are we doing in the booth?
Yeah, so not only do we do suits, but we sell all the accoutrement, all the accessories you need to finish the ensemble. So we sell ties, we sell cufflinks, we sell...
socks. Did you have socks?
Yeah, socks, ties, cufflinks,
pocket squares.
Anything you need to kind of finish the ensemble. We also sell through our brand RexBespoke.
That's great.
Or even just a great stocking stuffer. That's kind of how I started. I was in there picking out ties, and then we were talking, and I was like, I need a suit.
Suits too?
I need a suit. So there's a lot that you have both in the Holiday Market and in the studio. And then, of course, where can people look for you online?
Instagram is RexBespoke Clothing. Or our website, RexBespokeClothing.com, or we're often in the showroom. You can book a consultation online or stop by and see us.
Perfect.
Excellent.
All right. Well, thank you, Jonathan.
Thank you, Matt.
All right. Thanks so much.
Thanks again, Catherine.
Okay.